Coming up on FOX14 Pressbox. It's the final week of the regular season in Missouri and Kansas. There's one unbeaten left in Southwest Missouri. That's Seneca. Tonight, the Indians go on the road to Nevada to face the 7-1 Tigers in our game of the week. Meanwhile, over in Kansas, Parsons tries to bounce back from its last-second loss to Frontenac a week ago. They're at home tonight against Columbus, who's coming off a shootout win. And in Oklahoma, Fairland started the year 0-4, but has won 3 straight. Tonight, the Owls get a true test against 6-1 Colcord. Highlights from those games and a lot more over the next 30 minutes. It's FOX14 Pressbox, and it starts right now.
You're watching Fox 14's Pressbox, sponsored by Missouri Southern State University, Matco Builders, Roper Kia, and Kramer's Quality Meats of Grove.
Hey, welcome into Week 8 of Fox 14 Pressbox. I'm John Dales. That's Brock Baldridge. Brock, we're already at the final week of the regular season.
Yeah, and you know what? In Southwest Missouri, we're down to one last remaining undefeated team.
Yeah, one more undefeated team. That's Seneca, who goes on the road to play 7-1 Nevada in our game of the week. Seneca enters at 8-0, has a graveyard of teams that have tried to beat the Indians this year. Nevada's 7-1, only lost to Lamar. First drive, Tigers land the first punch. Handoff goes to Jack Chaney on third down. He takes it the distance. 75-yard touchdown. Nevada on top 7-0. But Seneca would respond, marches right down the field. Jackson Mars finishes off the drive with a touchdown run. 8-7 Indians after a successful 2-point conversion. Second quarter now, Ethan Altick takes the jet sweep, play that worked really well for him in this game. Goes into Nevada territory, picks up a first down. Play worked so well, they go right back to it on the goal line. Blake Hearn scores. It's 14-8 Seneca. 14 apiece right before half. Things get a little shaky for the Indians. This pass from Gavin Hoover gets picked off by Bryce Budd. That leads to a 99-yard Jack Chaney touchdown. The two teams go back and forth in the second half. Seneca wins late, though, with a touchdown pass from Hoover to Hagen Ginger, as the Indians are Big 8 West champions. Great game between two Big 8 teams. They're going to be real dangerous in the playoffs. Now we go to the COC.
Yeah, we go to the Carthage Tigers. They had a 4-game winning streak that was snapped last week in their loss against Joplin. Now they come back home for senior night against another good team, a 4-4 Willard team. Both Carthage and Willard are 4-4 on the season. Winner will take over with a winning record to end the regular season at least. So in the first quarter, quarterback Brady Carlton, look at this. He's going to punt on 4th and long, and he places it perfectly on the 1-yard line. Can't place it any better. Carthage defense would get the stop. So next Carthage possession, Landon Collins on the run, refuses to go down. Look at this, dragging bodies with him. Eventually does go down. That will lead to a Carthage Tiger touchdown by Brady Carlton, who runs it in 7 yards out. Carthage misses the extra point, so they will lead it 6-0. Next Willard possession, Russell Rowatin with the read option here. He finds an opening and he is off to the races, rumbling and stumbling, going down the sideline, but the Carthage defense finally brings him down to the 10-yard line. That leads to a goal line situation, and Rowatin will punch it in for 6. Now Willard does make the extra point to make it 7-6 at halftime, but Carthage comes up on top as they win the home game 28-14. We stick with some of our COC teams, and John, we have Joplin versus Neosho tonight. Last year these two teams met, 111 combined total points.
Yeah, a lot of offense in just about every game the two of them play. This also comes on the eve of Neosho's decision to stay in the COC. We go out to Bob Anderson Stadium in Neosho. Second quarter, Joplin leading 21-3. Great field position. Hobbs Gooch on the quarterback keeper. Runs up the middle, picks up a first down, finally brought down. Then later in the drive, Gooch drops back, finds Aiden Sampson. Nice pickup, goes down to the Neosho 5. Very next play, Quinn Renfro has his number called. He barrels into the end zone. 28-3, Eagles cruising. Just before half, Neosho on offense. Quentin Hughes drops back. They need points. They're going to get some here. He finds Tyrone Harris, who has the jumping catch, then the moves after the catch to get into the end zone. It's 28-10. Neosho down at halftime. Joplin with the ball in the third quarter at the Neosho 5 again. Into the end zone. There's Renfro again for a touchdown. No problem. 35-10 at that point. Joplin rolls on the road 56-24. And another COC matchup tonight features a team that didn't decide to stay in the conference. That's Carl Junction.
Yeah, you know, Carl Junction's going to go over to the Ozark Mountain Conference now. So, been a rough first year for, again, another first-year head coach, Todd Hafner. Did coach back in the late 1990s, but comes back again to coach for Carl Junction. And they're playing against a COC team at home for maybe the final time. Carl Junction at home versus Republic. The Tigers led the Bulldogs 19-0 at halftime. In the second half, Republic driving with Cade White, running back. Nice gain on the run. 3rd and goal now. Republic's going to go for it, and Wyatt Woods looking for his receiver, but this pass is incomplete. So Republic's still going to go for it. 4th down now on their 9-yard line, and they don't get it. There's a turnover on downs. Carl Junction on the move now. 4th and short, and Bulldogs get a big run from Johnny Starks. Big first down there. Trying to change the momentum a little bit. Later in the drive, 4th and long. Dexter Merrill, look at this play. Completes the pass to Max Goodard, but he loses the football. Cameron Allen of Republic recovers it. Crazy sequence right there. So the Tigers have the football. They're on the move again. This time, it's going to be running back Daniel Phillips who takes the sweeping handoff. He's going to get down towards the goal line after this long run here. Then Republic's Cade White is going to punch it in for 6. And then Republic's going to take control of the game from there. Republic picks up the win as they beat Carl Junction 26-0.
And as we head to break, here are some other scores from across Southwest Missouri. Welcome back to Fox Pressbox. Now we go to Kansas, where Frontenac gave Parsons its first loss last week with a field goal in the final seconds. Tonight, Raiders on the road at Galena, leading in the second quarter. QB Cal Turlip gives a quick handoff to Gavin Whithune, who blows past the line of scrimmage, gets into the secondary. He's gone. Touchdown Raiders, 21-8. Then Thatcher Botkin of Galena, a little bit of trouble picking up that ball on the return, but then gets a nice return out of it before changing directions, breaking a few tackles. QB Zane Turner for the Bulldogs does a little work himself, pounding up the middle. Nice pickup there, but back to Frontenac and back to number 9, Gavin Whithune. Burst of speed down the sideline, stopped just short of the end zone, but then the Raiders go to their other great tailback. Peyton McDonald goes up the middle and scores, 28-8 at that point. Galena back on offense. Caleb Burkhart breaks a couple of tackles here. Long night for the home squad, though. Raiders roll for their 7th win in a row. Final score, 42-14.
Well, the Chanute Blue Comets have had yet another big season to remember. The Chanute Blue Comets are only 1 win away to secure yet another outright SEK title, but in order to do that, they have to pick up a big road win versus Labette County. Starting this one late in the first half, Blue Comets quarterback Chris Harding going to drop back and he's going to launch this pass over to wide receiver Caden Seamster. He's going to make the catch for about 40 yards down the field for Blue Comets' first down. A few plays later, this time Harding would take the snap, keeps it himself, running along the sidelines and finds the end zone for the touchdown. That takes us to halftime. Blue Comets are up 34-0 at the half. Moving on to the third quarter now, Blue Comets in the red zone, handoff to Quentin Harding, runs in easily for the touchdown. Later in the third quarter, Harding, the short pass to Caden Seamster, and he's going to jog along with his offensive lineman, entourage, if you'd say. Blue Comets dominating this one. Final score, 40-6. Blue Comets are outright SEK champs.
Staying in the SEK, Parsons had its undefeated season ended a week ago against Frontenac. Vikings trying to end the regular season on a high note at home. Before we get started, a robot makes a special delivery out onto the field, carrying the game ball. Now Viking QB Trey Mack, short pass here, a little toss over to Jamarian Washington. He runs to the outside for about 35 yards. Huge pickup for the big tailback before he's brought down along the sideline. First down Vikings. That set up this play. Mack passes to the end zone. Caden Berry. Vikings take the early lead. Later on in the first, Mack again back at QB. Plenty of time for him to throw. This time goes to Washington. He's got a lot of room in front of him, and he gets brought down just shy of the end zone again. A few plays later, Mack goes back to the bell cow. Washington again. This time he gets in across the goal line for a touchdown. Another 6 points for the Vikings. They win 48-6.
It just seems like Parsons is automatic tonight. Well, the Baxter Springs Lions got their season off to a terrific start, winning 4 of their first 5 games, but now they've lost their last 2 games, and tonight the Lions look to finish the regular season strong against Wichita Trinity Academy. Baxter Springs hosting Wichita Trinity. We start things in the first quarter. Really effective here. Quarterback Harvey Zimmerman going to drive in for the first points of the night for the touchdown. Quarterback sneaks are what's for dinner, as they would say. Then Baxter Springs on the move. Peyton Gaines, the big Lions first down here, and then some more before running out of bounds. Then Sam Weaver protecting the football through the fire, going through the defense, absorbing some contact. The Lions are on the move. That will set up a fake handoff, peeling to the right. Quarterback Peyton Gaines is going to find the end zone. He's tied the games up 7 apiece. Then quarterback Harvey Zimmerman from Wichita Trinity under pressure finds some daylight for the scramble. And just a little ankle biter here gets him down for the tackle. Wichita Trinity, however, comes up to beat Baxter Springs at home 49-13.
And as we go to break again, here's some other scores from across Southeast Kansas. We're back on Fox Pressbox. Now we head to the Sooner State. Big game tonight between Colcord, who's unbeaten in district play, and Fairland, who started the year 0-4 but enters tonight on a 3-game win streak. Owls trying to prove they can stand up to the Hornets. Big test for them. Fairland going to receive the ball, go on first on offense, and a nice first down handoff to Connor Munson. That'll move the chains. Then Carson Schertz, QB keeper in the scramble, picks up a few yards. We're still on that first drive. It's second down. Schertz goes on a screen pass to Blake Murray, makes a couple of defenders miss, gets down just shy of the goal line. Fairland inside the 15 in the red zone on third down. Schertz rolls out and he finds Witten Amos in the end zone for the touchdown. How about that? Fairland lands the first punch, up 7-0 in the first. But just about the only good news for Fairland all night. Colcord answers, first down run, Gabe Winfield. Later in the drive, Colcord at the 5-yard line. Cooper Mott dives into the end zone for 6, now early second quarter. Winfield again on the move, quarterback keeper. That's another first down. That would set up another touchdown for him. Colcord scores the last 45. They go on to win 45-7.
Yeah, tough look there for Fairland. Well, the Quapaw Wildcats are in the middle of a great season, 5-2 on the year. Meanwhile, their opponent, Ketchum, travels to Quapaw, and the Warriors are a tough team to bring down. 2 of their last 3 losses have been one-score games. Score at half here is Quapaw 12, Ketchum zip. Quapaw's going to start the half with the ball. Zane stand with the run, and he's going to break the tackle and go for 20 yards. Now Quapaw looking to capitalize. Quarterback Austin Lake's going to keep the ball, pick up the Wildcat first down. Next play, Lake is going to scramble here. Check down pass to Zane Stand. They gain another 20 yards on this play. Then the very next play, Quapaw wants to score as Lake is looking to pass and loses the football. Ketchum's going to recover it, and Waylon Carringer is going to take this one all the way to the house. 65-yard scoop and score. Ketchum is on the board, but it won't be enough because Quapaw goes on to win to beat goes on to win. We're at 18-6. Wildcats are now 6-2 on the season.
And rounding things out in Oklahoma, Miami enters the week on a 2-game winning streak. War Dogs were at home last night trying to make it 3 straight. War Dogs at home against Oologah on Thursday night. Important game for playoff seeding, 2 district foes. War Dogs already up 7-0 in the first quarter, make it 14-0. Hunter Nichols gets into the end zone for his second touchdown, and he wouldn't be finished. Oologah would answer, though. Part of 14 unanswered points. This scramble by Brady Hoisington goes left and all the way back right. He gets into the end zone, ties the game. War Dogs, how do they respond? Well, they're going to dip into the bag of tricks. Flea flicker back to the QB Sam Lillard. He loads up deep. Logan Sumagong is there for the catch. Big pickup. That drive would end another Miami touchdown. 22-21 War Dogs, and then Nichols showed you the power before. He shows you the speed this time. Outracing the Oologah defense, going down the sideline. That drive would end in another Nichols touchdown. 29-21. Miami led at half. War Dogs go on to win their third in a row. Final score 36-27.
On the way to our last break, here are some scores across the Sooner State of Oklahoma.
Welcome back to Fox 14 Pressbox. We head back to Missouri, back to the Big 8.
Yeah, East Newton is a team that's had their struggles in this for at least this year. John, they've been a little snake bitten here and there, but they've been much better than advertised thus far. Matt County ready for this one on senior night. Opening kickoff, East Newton fumbling on the first play of the game. McDonald County is going to recover the football. Great field position to start. Sam Barton is going to take the handoff here from Destin Dowd. Nice carry here down to the Patriot 4-yard line. 3 plays later, Barton again with the carry. Easy 6 points there. Mustangs up 7-zip. Nothing happening much for the Patriots in the first possession. The Mustangs with the ball again. This time Dowd taking the handoff, finds Josh Pacheco. Boy, if he can just stay healthy, he'd be a great player, and he still is. Gets a big gain there before getting pushed out of bounds. A few plays later, Dowd scrambling, not finding a receiver, takes it himself. Nice blocking ahead. Finally pushed out the 7-yard line into the first quarter. Then first play of the second now. Mustangs find the end zone again. No problem. 14-0 Mustangs at this point. McDonald County rolls on tonight as they win it 38-13. Now we go back over to the COC and we go to one of the top teams remaining in the COC.
Yeah, Webb City heads to Branson, trying to finish out the regular season strong against a conference opponent. Branson Pirates tonight taking on the Webb City Cardinals, their 16th and final COC matchup between the two programs after Branson leaving for the OMC. First quarter handoff, Andrew Elwell. He'll spin into the end zone for a touchdown, easy score. Webb leads 6-0. Second quarter now, Jackson Lucas pass to the right. It's Gabe Johnson making the grab, making a defender miss. Nothing but green grass in front of him. Takes it to the house from 37 yards out. 13-zip Cardinals. Fourth quarter, same score. Jackson Lucas rolls out to his left, throws across his body. Joseph DeGraffenried, who carries a defender with him to the goal line, to the 1-yard line, just short of the goal line. Next play, Gabe Johnson sneaks it in for a 1-yard score. Webb City ends Branson's final football season in the COC with a 20-0 shutout. Cardinals have a bye next week as they prepare for the postseason. Big win for Webb City. We finish things out back in the Big 8.
Yeah, the Lamar Tigers, they just keep rolling along. They lost to Seneca earlier in the year, but they look to finish strong at home against Hollister. Senior Appreciation Night in Lamar. Tigers take the field against the Hollister Tigers. Off to the fireworks early as Alex Wilkerson hits the chase query for the touchdown, 14-0 Lamar. Then the defense showed up. A couple of big defensive stops there. Then direct snap to the running back Logan Kish, who pounds it in for 6. Lamar's up 21-0. Later in the game, Ian Googie, boy, what a player he is. Screen pass called just short of the pylons. Then Cooper Hahn will pound it in for another Lamar touchdown. Lamar defense going to once again show up with this play. Stuffs the run and a sack. Then Wilkerson's going to find who else but Query for a major contested grab. Ruled a touchdown. Hollister, though, had some bright spots for tackle and loss against the Lamar. Wilkerson calls his own number right here as he's going to carry it in for another touchdown. Lamar's so good at that play. Dominating performance by Lamar as they defeat the Hollister Tigers 49-7.
Well, that's all the highlights we have for you tonight, but now it's your chance to choose the performance of the week. Starting first with Seneca. That's your first option. The Indians win our game of the week in a shootout, 40-36 over Nevada on the road. They take home the Big 8 West title, and they finished the regular season undefeated at 9-0.
Our second option is Parsons. A week after losing for the first time, the Vikings come home to pound Columbus, 48-6. The Vikings go on to the playoffs at 7-1.
And then our third option, the team you just saw, Lamar. Tigers win big against Hollister, 49-7. Ever since losing to Seneca, the Tigers have been on an absolute roll. Put in your vote at KOAMnewsnow.com/votes. Well, that's all the time we have for you in this edition of Fox 14 Pressbox. Playoffs begin next week in Kansas, Missouri. Only 2 Pressbox shows left until next year. We'll see you again next Friday night. Until then, here are some of the top plays of the week.